damn thing.
So we are.
Oh, I should probably just leave it as on, but. All right, sick with it.
Here we go.
Yeah, we were live, but you know, I can edit this shit out.
Shit.
What up? Final day in Kentucky, brother.
First one to come see me.
Hey! Oh, that's going to be the real right there. I'm going to send it to all you fucking jabronis claiming best friend shit. Losers!
I think Zach will be here at the end of May.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Dustin was here in April.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the freedom of doing what we do. We can just, like, bounce, you know.
You're not going to be bouncing around that much longer, it sounds like.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. You got to get proved first.
True that.
So, man... But I mean, honestly, man, like when we got here, I was driving on the what is it? I can't talk. 65.
65, yeah.
And I was like, damn. And I've always ChatGPT'd shit. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So Tennessee, Nashville, super similar to Kentucky, and they were pretty much right, you know. But I feel like Kentucky is a little bit more country, if that makes any sense, you know.
Yeah.
So, rural,
yeah.
You know?
There's less going on. Like, if you come in from Nashville, like, it's fucking Nashville. It's a big city.
Yeah.
You know? And then as soon as you cross past, like, Bowling Green, there's just nothing until Louisville.
Right.
Like,
Corvette Central here.
yeah. The factory's in Bowling Green. They got the racetrack out there.
Yeah, they have the whole friggin' thing.
The whole get down. I just saw you, like, 2 weeks ago in Arizona, though, so.
That's true.
Just out there. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was a great time. Yeah, I mean...
You were out there for a fucking month.
Yeah, I was out there for a long time. Dude, it was awesome. Like, honestly, Taylor Bradshaw, the owner of Roadhouse, he, like, just literally hooked me up. You know what I mean? And now he's like, yeah, you're part of the family. You can come down whenever. So...
Hell yeah.
It's just a dope-ass spot. So, yeah, we're here doing a live podcast. Well, it's not live. But we're doing a podcast here in... fucking Taylor's badass garage at his badass house. This motherfucker has pillars, dude. So, you know what I mean? This
I don't know who I think I am, dude. But
yeah, he has 2 motorcycles and pillars. So, there you go.
You got going on.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Well, how do you like it? How do you like living here?
After like 6 months in, and now that you can ride, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was end of February, early March, you were able to start riding. I think we got the first ride in the end of February, but like, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like it's so green out here. It's so peaceful. I'm obviously you're always just like a phone call away from everybody, but being out here, it's just so chill. Like I'm in a rush to get home. You know what I mean? Like I want to get back and just like, you saw me yesterday, like I just sit in my front yard every night. Like
Yeah,
no chair.
I have a picture. I'm going
nothing.
to put the picture up that I took right here on this. What is it? 3 minutes in. If I'm on his couch and I'm kidding with Elise. I said, look at this fool. He's out there lying down on the grass with his dog, waiting for the sunset.
Yep.
And I'm
straight
like,
up what I was doing.
hey, look, I had to take a picture of the sunset too. It was pretty great. I'm a sunset guy. Don't care. Don't care about the sunrise.
37 minutes until the sunset.
Trust me. We'll see it here. We'll see it here live too. But yeah, I mean that is. I think I just said it on the last podcast, but whatever, I'll say it again. When I drove through, being in Arizona is great. The West Coast is awesome. Lived there my whole life, but it's really brown. You have a few months out of the year to where it's not, and it's green, but then it goes brown. And Arizona has beautiful mountains, but it's dusty and dirty. And I pulled into Oklahoma, and I was just like, boom, it hit me. Like the green and everything. My eyes like adjusted, and I looked over at Elise, and I'm like, we made the right decision.
By leaving,
like, we don't know where we're going to land yet, you know, totally, but we definitely made the right decision on how really pretty it is. And people that are listening, they're like, yeah, well, you can't ride all year long. It doesn't really matter.
Bro, it's a long riding season here. Like when I got here in October, it was 65 degrees. And I think we were riding at the end of February. So
Yeah.
November, December, January,
Yeah.
can't ride.
You know, Kyle.
And supposedly this was the worst winter they've like ever had in recent memory.
Right.
And we had like 6 inches or so.
Well, it's like your neighbor said yesterday that the winters since he's been here have been getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter.
That's what I want, dude. I want to be out here riding.
Absolutely.
Like when we took off today, I was just like, oh my God, it's like 66 degrees.
Yeah.
It's perfect, dude.
Dude, it'd be so cool if the camera and the microphones could
Hit the geese.
Hit the geese right now that are just squalling. Like, that shit is so sick, man.
Yeah. And it's not like super country. Like, I have neighbors, but I'm on like an acre, 1.6 acres.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
it's enough that like my kids get tired when they run across the yard. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, perfect.
It's fucking rad.
Yeah. Neighbors are shooting guns. There'd be like four-wheelers would be ripping by, kids on dirt bikes. I'm just like,
yeah,
I wanted this. I didn't know I wanted this, but I wanted this.
Right.
You know? And country folk are just chill.
Yeah, they are.
There's so much.
Yeah.
One neighbor I've been using his zero turn. I'm going to buy it from him when he moves. And he's like, yeah, come get it whenever you want. And then I went and stole some logs from the other neighbor's house. And he was like, you don't have to ask. You can just come grab them. I was like, all right.
Well, they almost feel weird by you asking, probably, you know?
I'm like, yeah, dude.
Like, we're neighbors.
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't exactly a thing in Escondido. They were like getting my truck towed and shit in my HOA. Mm-hmm. So
that was like first week there, wasn't it? Or second week?
It was quick.
Or pretty quick.
It was quick, yeah.
Got straight towed because you're in an HOA.
Yep. And I called you and you knew a guy, but it had already been towed.
Yeah,
with
it's
the
past. Yeah, it was past the time to even give you a little bit of a break or something.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how that went, but
yeah,
it's, you know, hey, that's the problem when you start living in HOAs. You know, fuck that.
Never again, dude. Oof. Never again.
Yeah, so Arizona was sick. Found out that Jace from the Fast Life was there. So that's crazy. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was a guy that was straight taking his shit.
I fell for that. I'm so dumb that I really thought Jace was there.
Jace was there. Yeah, Jace was there.
Guy that, oh, man, I was like, when was Jace there?
Yeah.
So what's the story on that?
I mean, here's the deal, man. So Jace he's been talking to me about it for a while. And I'll just say it, you know, he was a little bit bummed out, like people that he's had on the podcast or he's just had relationships with. And, you know, I made that shirt that said, you know, friends, enemies are the same enemies. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, yeah, I wish that was true. You know what I mean? Because there's been a lot of people that probably have seen this dude's stuff, you know what I mean? And not said anything. Or maybe they have and he just didn't know, right? Because it wasn't confronted.
Yeah.
But he got to a point to where it was just like, yeah, I'm done, you know, I'm burnt out, which rightfully so.
And I think that's been around for like a year or two, but I remember seeing it and he knew about it. And I remember telling him like, this is so not worth your time. Who cares? Who cares? Right. And I thought it was just going to go away. And then here we are like 2 years later and now they're set up at Arizona Bike Week at Cave Creek. And he was probably like, you know what? I've seen enough of this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But boy, did the internet have his back.
Totally.
Boy, did the internet have his.
And they're still going to. And the internet's right now.
Yeah, that's true.
We're having our friends back.
Yeah.
Because I had a conversation, and Mark is a nice guy, and I'm not trying to talk shit on Mark. He's a nice guy, but it's like, bro.
It's still stealing.
He asked me, he goes, you know, basically, what would you do or whatever? And I said, I'd rebrand.
Yeah.
You know, it's real simple. You can come out of this like a total rock star, get somebody to help you pay for marketing, and you can sit here in front of the camera and just be like, hey guys, I messed up. I love this community. I want to support this community still. I still want to sell stuff in this community. So this is what I'm going to do. And you would have fucking people cheering you on.
People would probably be like, oh yeah, you know what? That was the right thing. That just happened with Left Lane. He made a shirt, a Mile Crusher shirt. And he was like, I think it was Mile Crusher. Don't quote me on that.
No, it is.
It was Mile Crusher, right? Yeah. So, and he was like, yeah, dude, I can't believe nobody's come up with this yet. And then he had them all like, not pre-ordered, but he had like a shit ton of them made and was ready to go, was about to drop them. Yeah. And then he found out about, I believe it's Ride 1K in a Day has that design. And he was like, he literally got on the internet and was like, hey guys, I can't sell these. And was like super open about it and honest and had a conversation with those guys. And now it's all good. And it's like, that's kind of how you handle a situation. Yeah. You know what I mean? That guy could have walked out of that in a completely different manner.
Totally.
Other than just being like, yeah, well, I think what got me, because I made a post about it and if you're my friend, you're my friend, and I take that super fucking seriously.
Yeah.
In some situations, more so than other. But with Jace, I was gonna like say something about it and kind of figuring out, all right, how are we gonna game plan this? Because I like to make fun of shit, like be satirical. Yeah. And I was kind of looking at the page and I saw where somebody was like, hey man, you just copied Jace. He was like, no, other way around. We've been around since 2023. And I was like, man, that is one big pile of shit.
Whoopsie. Whoopsie.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, the internet done fucked him up for that, too.
That was not and that, I have a hard time believing that that's ignorance. You know what I mean?
There's ego, there's everything in a can mixed together, mixed up together, like
arrogance,
right?
ignorance,
Just
ego.
because you are you think, that you're if you're different from building, podcasting, apparel. Jace has done apparel. It's not like he hasn't done apparel, but, just to say that you're apparel brand, it doesn't really matter. That's like, a guy just deciding I'm going to start Quicksilver.
It's not like this
But
dude
it's
is
not going to
like,
be with a wave in a mountain. It's going to be a snowboarder. It's a fucking
It's
same
not like
thing.
the dude's doing fucking pastel paintings and he calls himself the fast life like he's in the motorcycle industry.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter, bro. What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
But
Well, long story short, I guess we're just going to see what happens. I wanted to bring it up, so now it's out there. I mean, like I said, Mark was a nice guy. I was there. I was out there. At the end of the day, Jace is my homeboy, and the more attention that it needs to be on, hopefully he watches this too or listens or whatever, and just do the right thing, because at the end of the day, we want to be a part of this community, but on the other end, people do not like rats, cops, people that just steal stuff, culture vultures. This community is so small. At the end of the day, the top person that's in this industry, you and I can walk up to them and shake their hand and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
yeah.
It's very small.
Yeah. It's very small.
It's very small.
Very small.
1% of the world only rides a motorcycle.
Yeah, I believe that.
It's really a small group of people, right? That do it.
This is going to sound super weird, but that's another reason I'm stoked I came out here. Because I think in California I was a little too accessible for some things. Like phone calls would be coming in whenever the fuck they wanted to. You know what I mean? And now it's like, it's just not the same out here because people don't see me, so they don't think to call me as much. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's cool. Unless you call them,
Yeah, exactly. Which, yeah,
you be doing that.
I'd be calling people, but I'd be seeing who don't be calling me now. Thanks, guys. I'm just kidding. Dude.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the truth, though.
No, it's true. Why am I going to work so hard for a friendship, Jace?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, dog. I hit him up the other day. He was just like, "Yo, where you're at?" I'm like, "Well, that's funny. You just asked where I'm at. If you had my location, you wouldn't have to ask that." And he sent the location and didn't say another word.
Here you go.
It's my dog, dude. It's my dog. Can't wait, dude. Fuck, we're gonna kick that motherfucker off, dude, for Texas, boy. Ooh, it's gonna be a good time, man. Those Texas guys, man,
I'm gonna
are
go
so
there this year.
rad.
I haven't been yet.
You have to.
Yeah.
First of all, it's not even that far from you.
No.
It's really not.
I might just ride down.
Yeah, it's like 8 hours, probably, right? Or 12?
12, I think it's 12 hours.
Yeah, 12
I'm doing
hours.
10 Thursday, so.
Yeah. The thing about a 12-hour ride is you just wake up early and boom, you're there by 4 or 6. You know what I mean? Who knows? If you're on a motorcycle,
not a
you're
big deal.
getting after it.
Yeah.
It's a rowdy, fun time, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
I can't wait.
What are you going to be doing this weekend?
Left Lane Syndicate.
By the way, I
Booty
decided that your podcast is going to be aired tomorrow. And then I'm going to build up on
Run.
Kyle's.
Kyle's? Okay. Give it a little, build him up.
A little bit,
Gas up
yeah.
a little bit,
Since
yeah.
he just gave me a discount code, too. Like, come on, I'm going to build it up a little bit.
Shout that, Never Say Die Cycles.
Yeah, never say die cycles.
Yeah, no, this weekend I'm going to go Left Lane Syndicate Booty Run in the Outer Banks. I'm going to take the Pan Am instead of the Bagger. I've been riding the Bagger a lot around here. Like you saw me today, like I jumped on the Bagger. The Pan Am was already out of the garage and I still jumped on the Bagger.
Yeah.
So I go through these weird waves with them, but I'm going to take the Pan Am out, strap the 3 big gay boxes on there, load them fuckers down.
Yeah.
I just got off the phone with Jay actually like an hour ago. I'm going to bring the podcast stuff out there and do podcasts out there, like little 10-minute segments.
Perfect.
And then Travis Robertson, shout out to Travis, sold me my first like real Harley.
Right.
And I'm planning on staying with him on Thursday night and doing a podcast with him. And he's going to be like, you were just this fucking shithead little kid buying a Dyna. Yeah. He's probably going to make fun of me, but I think that's like a real origin story of how I got into motorcycles.
Really?
So, yeah. He was telling me
That's gonna be a good show.
it's
If he
gonna be
like
a
gets
really
raw
good-
and real,
I
you
think
know
he
what I mean?
will too, because like
You're like, yeah, you didn't know shit.
no, 100%. He's gonna be like, I
now
remember
look
when
at
you painted it. Like,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, he called me. That was a trip because like Travis sold me my first bike, and then he had like this performance bagger Road King before like people were calling them performance baggers.
Yeah.
It was probably 2015 or 16. So I don't think that I hadn't experienced that term being coined yet, but so I was like kind of watching like, what are those dudes doing? You know what I mean? Like the first times you go to a dealership ever and you think like the dudes that work at Harley are so cool. That's what I was doing. Like,
sure.
But yeah, so that'll be really fun to sit down and talk with him. But he called me. I think Jace had Inkaholic on the podcast, and they were telling the story. Jace was like, "Did you ever meet Taylor?" And we've never met each other, me and Inkaholic. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "No, I think I was after, blah, blah, blah." And Jace was like, "Yeah, I think he was riding around," and Jace got the story wrong. And Travis was listening to the podcast and was like, "That's wrong." And he picked up the phone and called me after like 6 years.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, "They're telling the wrong story. I just heard you on the Fast Life podcast."
What was the story?
It was like whatever bike I was riding around or something. Jace just got like... It wasn't like the story was wrong, but like the bike was mixed up. And Travis was like, no, he had a Dyna or whatever it was at that time in that year, you know?
Okay. So he was a little fact checking.
Yeah, it was just funny. He was just being goofy. But yeah, so it's going to be, I'm really excited to sit down with him. That's going to be a fucking awesome time.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot of great people. I mean, Jay, he knows a lot of people, obviously, in the East Coast, so it's going to be fucking rad.
And I think I'll stay in Virginia Beach first night. I lived there for 9 years, I think.
Do you still have homies that are out there besides?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Sean and Kate Deneen, Todd Martin. Those are people I really want to go see.
Okay, so what is this ride? What are we doing?
So I think it's Jay's version of like a camp out, but doesn't call it a camp out.
Okay.
But from what I understand, I've never been. I've wanted to go, and it's really cool because I get to see that scene, like what it's turned into since I was gone, because it wasn't there when I was there.
Right.
Not how it is now, I should say. Not disrespecting anybody.
Right.
But they rent out like an entire motel down in the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
And it's just a big hangout. And then they have like a ride that they do on Saturday. They get lunch at a certain spot. Some guys jump on the ferry and ferry their bikes across. And then they come back and just hang out down the Outer Banks, which is an awesome area.
Totally.
The Outer Banks is so sick, dude. It's a really unique, strange area.
Jade fucking loves living there.
Oh, yeah. It's like the Outer Banks is like the Monterey of the East Coast.
Right.
They're not that they're similar, but like... That is what that area is over there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, a lot of people talk about North Carolina, period.
North Carolina's sick.
It's a lot. There's a lot of similarities to the West Coast, too. You know? Like, I have a friend that lives in Wilmington, and he's like, man, I swear this is like living in like a better version of San Diego.
Yeah, I believe it.
Cheaper, nicer beaches.
And they've got mountains in North Carolina.
Yeah.
The tallest mountain east of the Mississippi is Mount Mitchell. It's like 10,000 some feet in North Carolina.
Right.
So...
Yeah, there's not like big giant mountains here, but there's a ton of rolling, beautiful hills, like the canopy trees. Like, you know, when you're living in Florida, like no disrespect to people that ride in Florida, but it's just like really one way. There's probably like a few turns, but there is a lot of beautiful straightaways when you're like right in underneath canopies and stuff like that. But
it's just a little different, like different scenery depending on where you're at. And I think we got a good year.
Yeah, I think what I've noticed from even some of the people that I know in Florida, they're more or less like, they want to get a fast bike because you're just going straight really fast, you know?
So you would have to.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you right now, you heard it her first, dude, is the fucking drivers are wild as fuck down there.
Oh, in Florida?
Straight up.
Yeah. That's always been a thing.
Yeah.
They've always
like
been
I just got my motorcycle back, so from Graf was holding it for me in Arizona, and I'm like, damn, it's broken, and I'm like, what? I wonder if that's a reason, bro. Because I'm telling you right now,
just to push you off a little bit longer.
I'm gonna get it fixed. But man, it is nerve wracking, and I've never had fear of being on a motorcycle. And I know once I'm riding there, I'll be fine. But like I literally been hit almost three times, like people just swerving in my lane, like they didn't see me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You know, kind of like what you did today. You know?
My bad.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. Kentucky's badass. Kyle's badass. Like his whole scene. I shouldn't say little. It's big. You know, all the group of guys. Like it's a lot like the mercenary dudes. You know what I mean? They're just
it's really
solid.
Similar. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's really what it comes down to is like what we had on the West Coast, but we're just not a part of it. So there's like that.
Now we're finding other places. We're like, wait, you guys do cool stuff too?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
You guys want to be friends?
Yeah.
Like,
right. You guys get after it too?
Yeah. It's sick, dude. It's sick, and it's just as much as I love California, like the longer I'm away, the more relieved I am. Like California's such a cool place to visit. But dude, like when I got here, gas was $2.70. It's not anymore.
No.
But it's
definitely
still
not.
Like people are outraged out here and like it's anarchy about gas prices.
Yeah.
It's still cheaper than it was in San Diego.
Totally.
Like,
Dude, California for diesel right now is like $8.80.
Even like when I was there, like when I lived there before the war was kicking off.
Yeah.
Like gas, I think I left gas was like $4.89. It's like $4.40 to $4.70 here.
Yeah.
Like it's still not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what's so funny about that? So I bought a diesel truck to pull the trailer, which obviously I needed to
Beautiful truck.
for the weight, but
Beautiful
it's like
truck.
my black truck cost less money to leave California to go to Florida than the white truck did. Mind you, I was pulling massive weight with a trailer.
Yeah.
Like I get all that, but the most gas that we spent was in California, and then the moment that we got into Arizona, it was immediately cheaper, and then we got to Texas, and
It just
it
gets
was
progressively
so
cheap. Texas is like the cheapest.
Yeah, bro. I think I paid $2.80 or $2.90 for diesel. It was something stupid, you know?
When I was going through there, when I first moved to California, when I was driving through, I'm pretty sure peak COVID, it was like, I feel like I saw like $1.89. It was like the cheapest I ever saw fuel.
Right.
Like ever. But it was in Texas. I remember it being like insanely fucking cheap. And it was funny coming from out there because it like Virginia was expensive, and then like, you know, Tennessee or North Carolina got cheaper, and then like Arkansas was really cheap, and they didn't even know about COVID, so you didn't have to have a mask on.
Yeah, they're like,
and then
what?
I got into Texas, I was like, I don't think it was $2, dude. And I remember being like, holy shit, this is great.
Yeah.
And then it just gets progressively more expensive and more expensive and more expensive the further west you get.
Yeah.
But
Dude, you got to start getting some podcasts in with some of these guys.
I will. And
that
I
you
like
met.
this setup you've got going on right here. I might
It's easy.
use, yeah. This is
I no
pretty
longer
tight.
use the Rogue anymore, or Rogue, whatever the fuck it's called. But
Yeah, you just have the mics and that.
yeah, it works fine. It doesn't sound, the quality isn't not, it's definitely not like how it is with those microphones, but at the end of the day, it's like, I just want to get shows out there. The camera portion is cool. You can, if you want to watch it on YouTube, awesome. If not, you can listen to it. Most people still listen to the podcast, which I do too. I don't ever watch podcasts. I do if I'm at home working, like I'll put Jace's on, or, you know, the stuff that you've done, or even Gabe or whatever, but that's just because I'm working and I put on YouTube.
You just want some little white noise in the background,
Exactly.
hear a
But
conversation.
I love listening to podcasts like while I'm driving, you know?
Yeah.
And it just breaks that time.
Because it's like
away.
a conversation instead of just like listen to a song.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. You're just super engaged with it.
Yep. I agree completely.
Yeah, so this weekend you're going to leave, on Thursday to head on out to that?
Yep. And
What's
then be
next
back
then for you?
So this weekend we got the booty run, and then May 15th and 16th we are doing the Tony Tucker 2-Bit show. And I'm doing the pre-party for that. I'm going to announce that here probably this
Sick.
week. Yeah. So
That's awesome.
it's going to be tight, dude.
What are you guys going to do for that? Do you even know?
I mean, it sounds like the pre-party is actually at the venue. So he's got
that's
two
that's
different.
cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. So you can see like the invited builder bikes the night before,
Yeah.
which is really cool. And then they have an open show that there's like 35 spots available for that, where you park your bike inside this venue as well. So I'm super excited. They're like, when I look at people in like the motorcycle industry, Tony Tucker's like a top tier fucking person to me, because he has no time for anything. That dude's just working. And whether it be like literally being a tech on a bike in his shop or racing a bike in BRL, like that dude is just, that's all he does.
Does he still do podcasts?
I
feel
don't
like I
think
haven't
so,
seen.
dude.
I
I
don't
don't
really
think
feel
he's
like,
done it in a while, which sucks because he's really good at them too.
Yeah.
Like, he's a great narrator. He can tell a story. He knows how to ask people questions and like get the ball rolling. But dude, I just don't know if he has time, man. He's so busy.
I know.
Like so busy. So I got a lot of respect for that dude. I'm really excited to be a part of his show. And we do different variant of our trophies for his show too, the past 2 years. So it's still like big, like build aluminum get downs, but it's different for him. So it's gonna be cool.
So I'm pretty sure that Dom is an invited builder there,
Dominic,
correct?
yeah. Yes.
So Dominic is,
Yep.
I call him Dom, everybody says Dominic, so whatever. But him bringing up white privilege is going to
I'm
be
so
so
excited.
sick. You should be, because that is
bike is
literally one of the
so
nicest
sick.
bikes I've ever seen. The thing
Like-
is so sick. It sounds sick. It rides badass.
Dude, I saw it at Bike Week and I was like, holy shit. Like just holy shit, dude. That's the best name for a bike ever.
Totally.
White privilege.
Totally.
That's the best name for a bike ever.
You and Taylor are funny. You're like, when you guys met
yeah.
officially,
Great
you're
names.
like, great names.
Great names.
You
You know-
must know how to fight.
100%. You know how much fucking bullying happens to you as a young man with girl name?
Yeah, you might be skinny, but you can probably throw hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we both said it like, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Taylor Swift was the bane of my existence from like 12 to 20.
Yeah, I can't even imagine, dude. Yeah, I remember in elementary school, I'll never forget, this guy named Sergio called me Dustina because I guess there's a Hispanic Dustina, and we got into it immediately. Yeah. I never been, I said, first of all, I don't even know what the fuck, you speaking English?
Yeah, like what is that? Yeah, you little East County boy. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm like, yeah, this is Ramona, dog. Like,
we don't call people that.
yeah, you take that shit back to 14th Street, homie. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool. The real ones know what the fuck I'm talking about right there.
He was 9 at the time, by the way.
Yeah. But Dustina, huh? All right.
Dustina.
Cool. Whatever, dude.
Never heard of her.
Yeah. Not one time.
Not even once.
Yeah.
Dude, your bike looks good.
It rides fucking good, I'll tell you that. I was mobbing around fucking Arizona like a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Just getting after it. Thing's fucking built, dude. Can't complain. Yep, can't complain. We're fixing to, we're going to leave here. Do you mind if I just tell the story what happened?
Yeah.
So.
It's your podcast, bro.
Well, no, but it's you. Well, we're just hanging out. But I just want to tell this story because I've already made a post about it. And I did it directly. I did it on the story on IG, but I directly posted it. This guy's on his phone now. He's like, yeah, it's your show, but I'm going to get on the phone.
No, you're good. You're good.
Anyways, I did a direct post to Facebook because I know the gentlemen were going to see it, right? So I needed to get fuel. We stayed the night in Oklahoma City. Boom. Heading down the line, and we pull into a town called Russellville, Arkansas. I was going to get fuel. I needed to get fuel, and I was going to grab lunch, so we stopped at the Chick-fil-A. Our friend Frank calls, and he's like, either you're broke down, because I was at a
Harbor Freight.
I was at a Harbor Freight as well. And he said, either you're getting lunch at Chick-fil-A, because he looked at my location, or you're at Harbor Freight. And I said, nah, man, like, we're cooking, you know what I mean? We're doing great. We're getting lunch. And as I'm talking to him, I get out of the truck and I'm fucking around, you know, talking with him. And I see that my driver's side rear back trailer tire was completely fucking thrashed. and it was inside the wall. And I was like, damn, these tires are brand new. And Frank's like, well, you've done 8,000 miles on them. I'm like, yeah, that's true, whatever. Take it to a tire place. The guy jacks it up and the fucking tire literally is just shaking. The bearings are completely shot out. And I'm like, well, you all do that? And they're like, no, call this person. I called this person, and she seemed confused. And his name's Danny. Danny said, hey, well, actually call this guy. His name's Mark Wilcox. Wilcox, what is this company name, for crying out loud? I just did his fucking thing. But anyways, it's Wilcox. I think it's Wilcox Companies because he does multiple things. And called, me and Elise called, no answer. Head over. I just start driving right over to a shop because at this point I'm like, I got to get it done no matter what.
Yeah, and you got to get somewhere. You can't drive this thing, right?
No, like
you got
it's
to get
pretty
somewhere.
much tapped. You know what I mean? One wrong turn and it's gone. And Mark was at lunch, rode his motorcycle. When I pulled up, his bike was still tingling and cooling down. So I'm like, okay, cool. We're gonna have a great conversation. I already just knew it, you know. And I go in and we start talking, and then immediately we start talking about bikes. So he has a Pan Am just like yours.
Oh, hell yeah.
He rode it from Arkansas all the way up to Canada.
No kidding.
Yeah. So he like gets after it and rides. And he even like went as far as like got approved by the Canadian government to be able to bring his pistol and stuff with him on the ride. Like the whole nine. He's like, yeah, I don't go anywhere without it, you know?
Okay.
And I'm like, damn, bro, so you like ride? He's like, oh, yeah, I've been to Sturgis, you know, all the other shit. But I'm like, damn, from, you know, pretty much tipped. Well, it's not tipped, but, you know, that's a fucking far-ass ride.
It's very far.
And so we're shooting the shit. Boom. He jacks up my thing now. And as he's like, yeah, of course, your bearing's out. The leaf spring is completely cracked in half. So that thing is toast, right? Jacks it up, takes it off. He has parts there. The parts are not adding up. It's an old Weekend Warrior. So he's trying to figure it out. It's 9 o'clock at night. I got the kids and wife there, and I'm like, all right, you know, let's just tap out here. If you're cool with me staying here, you know, we'll just do that, and we'll just touch base tomorrow, like when the RV place opens, because he went to 4 different spots. Went to AutoZone, he went there. And so he left. It was 9:30 at night. All good. We went to go get breakfast, and then I'm like, well, let's just go cruise around, you know.
Yeah.
And we go to this town that's right by Russellville called Dover. And Elise literally just like start getting shaky, and like she was just saying how beautiful it is. There was cows in a pond, like it was like really picturesque stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool, man. It's cheaper. It's really nice, you know. I mean, it's a lot like the South, which we wanted to be at no matter what, because of the hospitality, the people, the culture. There's so many things why we chose to move here, and family, God, all of the things, you know. Checked everything about the South, checked all the boxes. So anyways, that happens. We go back. I'm having conversations. I start throwing him LFG gear. His son, Braden, wanted to buy a vest. I'm like, this is all I have, you know what I mean? And it's dead pedophiles don't reoffend. And I'm like, look, I get nervous about that design because it's either going to hit or it's not. Yeah. You know what I mean? Some people might just be like, get the shit out of here, bro. Yeah. You know? Anyways, he loved it. Throws me some money. It's all good. Mark says, hey, come inside. Let's square up. Of course. And he's like, I want to go over. He's like, you know, normally it just doesn't take this long to do and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, yeah, of course. Starts rattling off everything that he purchased. Great. I only want to charge you for this amount of time, you know, just because. And I'm like, no, you charge me the full amount of time. Yeah. He's like, okay, it's going to be this much money. I'm like, no problem. Hand him the card, and then he's tapping my card, and he's like doing this. He's like, you know what, man? God has placed you on my heart. I've been thinking about you and your family since I drove home last night, and immediately when I woke up, there's like no charge. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And he's like literally getting misty-eyed, right? And he's just like, nah, man. Like, it's all good. And then, of course, like, now it, like, touched the thing with me.
No, you're crying. He's crying.
You know what I mean? And I'm like,
everybody's crying.
Yeah. I'm like, are you sure, man? You know? And he's just like, yeah. He's like, basically, your money's no good here. And I'm like, I just went around the corner. I'm like, I gave him a hug. And he's just like, you're my brother for life. He's like, please come. He's like, please come back and stay. He owns an RV park, too. I don't know what the RV park is to shout that out. But anyways, he's like, come back and stay with me because they wanted to take me Thursday night.
You want to go ride?
A ride and a crawfish party at a place. So he's like, when I said, yeah, we should go riding tonight, you know, not thinking about my family, my wife.
Yeah.
He looked up at me, he was sitting down, and he looked at me with a big ass smile, and he's just like, all right, let's go. You know what I mean? He's like, what is tonight, Bray? It's Thursday night. It's crawfish night. You know, he goes, you know, how small Arkansas is. He says, Mark, he'll do like 400, 300 miles, you know, in a weekend, no problem, you know, or a day.
Yeah.
Which is great, man. So,
that is awesome.
Yeah, long story short,
shout out to
Mark, Braden, Danny, you guys all kick ass. And guess what? We might be moving to Arkansas now. That's just how life works. You know what I mean?
You can't overlook those things, dude.
There's no such thing as coincidence.
No.
Things happen for a reason.
No, there's not.
And it's funny, like the house that we looked at, it meets all my wife's criteria. It has a shop on it. There's like so many things. Like, so long story short, we're supposed to go back to Florida tomorrow. We're going back to Arkansas. So if you're listening to this, you're just going to be like nodding your head. Yeah, they're dumb. They're crazy. They be doing shit. They've been on the road for a month, you know, but I am so grateful for this life. This is crazy. Like, I used to work my balls off at Home Depot, working 10 hours a day on holidays. You know what I mean? And I've earned this seat to where I can do that stuff. Yeah. And life, you know, ain't easy at times, right? You know what I mean?
For sure, I get it.
You know, I'm paying that mortgage bill and shit.
It's heavy.
Towards you know, when I was in San Diego, it was tough, man.
It's a thick one, dude.
But hold on, like, real quick, this is what we be talking about.
You're gonna make me miss my sunset.
Come on.
Hang on, stay right there.
Come on. It don't get much better than that, boy. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Stand out there, boy.
So, thanks for coming to our podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to their podcast, dude. You know what I mean? Kentucky, dope as fuck. Honestly, this was my second choice. And it was not. We already figured out Tennessee was just not it, but, you know.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, whatever. Kentucky's sick. Anyways. Fuck. You guys know the deal.
Now.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Pop a wheelie, brother. Hey, he's about to crash. All right, guys, so honestly, man, this adventure has been awesome. We've been on the road since March 28th. Last night here in Kentucky, my boy Taylor, he just showed me around. I met some great people here, and honestly, this place is beautiful. I can see why he moved here. Arkansas, you're up next. Come on.